We see decimals almost everywhere in our modern daily lives. They can be present at the grocery store when weighing an object or paying at the cashier. They can even be present at our own homes. In case some viewers may not know, a decimal is just a special and different way of writing fractions. For example, the fraction 1/2 can be written like this in decimal form, 0.5. For now, let's review the decimal place value. You can think of the decimal place value as being opposite of the one that features whole numbers, the one we're more familiar with. It features ones, tens, hundreds, and so on. It is left of the decimal point. The decimal place value shares the same general idea, except it is right of the decimal point, and as we progress further into it, each digit's value decreases. If you notice these arrows, if we go right, each digit divides by 10. As we go left, each digit multiplies by 10. Any place value has something to do with the number 10. Moving on. I assume most of you right now are more familiar with decimals. You may realize that they are very similar to fractions. Let's take a look on this reference on the board. This whole square over here counts as 1, or a whole. As we learned earlier in this video, as we progress deeper into the decimal place value, everything divides by 10. So, this whole over here divides into 10 different parts. This red rectangle over there counts as 1/10 in fraction form. In decimal form, it would be 0.1. Even this rectangle over here can be divided into 10 more parts. This would be called 100, this tiny square over here, 100. In decimal form, it would look like this, 0.01. Now, I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick to differentiate tenths from hundredths, from thousandths in decimal form. Now, this decimal over here, 0.01. How do I know it's 100th? This cool trick will help. Just remove this decimal over here and switch these numbers around to make 100. By the number itself, I already know that it's 100th. If it's 0.02, it's the same thing. I go over here, I see, 2 hundredths, 2 hundredths, 2 hundredths. You get the idea. Same thing with tenths. Just remove the decimal point over here, switch these numbers around, and voila. By the number itself, I know that it is a tenth. Perfect. Decimals can be attached to whole numbers. It doesn't always have to be 0 point something. Take a look on the board. We have a conversion, a mixed fraction to a decimal. 5 3/4 is equivalent to 5.75, or 5 75/100. Now some of you are wondering, Danny, how do you know that 3/4 is equivalent to 75/100? How did I figure it out? I'm going to show you a cool strategy to finding any 2-digit decimal equivalent very easily. Let's take these two numbers down. Only 3/4 and 75/100. Let's place them down like this. We can start off by scratch. We don't even know this 75 over here exists. We don't know the answer yet. The ultimate thing to first wonder, how many times does 4 fit into 100? Now, we can do some quick mental math here. What's 100 divided by 4? 25. So 4 times 25 equals 100. Now, what we do with the denominators, we do with the numerators. So 3 times 25 should give us our answer. 3 times 25 is 75 hundredths. All we have to do now is switch this fraction over here to a decimal. 0.75. Just add this to the 5 over here, and voila, 5.75. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. It is the first of this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and drop a comment below. Don't forget to check out this printable worksheet I put in the link in the description. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.